In this film, we will see to what extent a person can be merciless. The story is actually a lake, not a lake made by nature, but made by humans. There used to be a village under this lake, but then someone forcibly made a lake here. It is said that the signs of that village are still present under this lake. And this is a terrible thing. The tourists who come to visit here, they also die in a strange way. Now, why did this happen? And the stories behind all this. Go towards the story. In the beginning of the story, a beautiful lake is shown, where a tourist group goes on a trip on a boat. In this, a boy tells his new friend to impress him. Listen, I have found the old map of this lake from the library, from which I have come to know that there was a village under this lake. People used to live there before the lake was formed, and even today, the houses of that village, their things, and many more may be under the lake. But his friend doesn't believe him. Then he says, I will jump inside and see. If you also want to come, then you can come. On this, his friend also agrees. But then a girl raises her hand and says, I too will go with you. This is actually the sister of that boy, and his name is Finn. On this, Finn's brother started getting angry at him. He says, if you want to come, then jump to the other side. I am trying so hard to impress my friend, and you have to destroy my plan. On this, Finn says, I have nothing to do with your plan. You're impressed. But the story of the drowned village you have told is very interesting. I also want to see that drowned village. Hearing this, his brother also agreed, and the two jumped into the lake. There is not much depth there, so the two started swimming in the little further down. They start looking for themselves that maybe they will find something there. When they have to breathe, they come up, breathe, and then drown in the water. At one place, they find a cycle. Finn's brother also found a signboard, which now makes him believe that there was really a village here. Finn's brother happily picks up the boat and starts going up to show his friends. But then suddenly a hand grabs his leg and pulls him down. Finn also sees all this and tries to pull his brother up, but the grip of that hand is so strong that his brother cannot come up. Finn immediately comes up and helps his friends on the boat, but when he goes down again, Jack's life is gone. This surprises Finn a lot that what happened. He is also sad, and then suddenly a hand pulls his brother down. After this, we see the scene after 4 months. Finn is brought home from a mental hospital. Actually, Finn saw that a hand is pulling his brother and going, but no one believes him, neither his mom nor his dad. Everyone thinks that Finn is in deep trauma, and that's why he is talking like this. That's why he was sent to a mental hospital for treatment, and now he is brought back home. Finn's dad runs a big law firm. That's why he was always busy in his business. Both are very sad with their son's death, but she was trying to get out of this pain. And it is very difficult to happen. Finn is very sad there. She looks at the picture of her brother and asks her mom that did she also go to funeral? How was his funeral, buried him, etc. Her mother replies that actually your brother's body was not found. That's why we kept his favorite things in a box and did his funeral. The things he loved most, like his essays that he wrote in his childhood, his cars and shoes. Now Finn says again, Mom, I saw that a hand was pulling my brother and took him with him. But Mom says, my dear, you were tired. Rest. Everything will be fine. Actually, his mom still doesn't believe Finn. Now when Mom went to take a bath, a hand came out of the tub and holds Mom's hand. Mom looks back in fear, but nothing happens there. That's why now Mom feels like Finn is telling the truth. That's why Mom searches on the internet about that lake, and she finds out that lake is cursed, where people often die in a strange way. Then a hand came on Mom's shoulder. She got scared. When she looks back, Finn's dad is there. He asked Mom, what are you doing? Mom didn't tell him the real thing. What was she doing? Because she knew he would get angry. She says, I'm actually looking for a job. That's why I'm looking on the internet. Finn's dad says, yes, you should do something. Otherwise, you will keep thinking about your son and getting sad. There is no point in being sad anyway. Try to come out because he will not come back, and we should learn to be happy for our daughter Finn. At night, Finn had a dream of the same day incident when his brother was drowning. Mom also heard the sound of water falling. She gets up and goes to the bathroom to pee, but nothing happened there. The tap was closed. Then she went to the kitchen and saw that the tap was open there. Mom closes the tap, but it opens again and again. She doesn't know how. She doesn't understand. Suddenly a sound comes from the swimming pool. Mom goes and sees that the water in the pool was leaking. Mom closes it, but the water starts leaking again. And a voice is heard, Mom, save me. Mom turns around and sees that her son was in a very bad condition. He was rotten. He screams and says, Mom, save me. Seeing this, her mother's condition worsens. The next morning, Mom tells her husband everything, what is happening to her. But she says, you must have had a bad dream. It's okay. But Mom explains to him that dreams come when a person sleeps. But I was awake. I was completely conscious. We will have to find our son's body somehow. This will also be his funeral. Because until his body is not found, his soul will not find peace. My son was screaming. Do you know? But why don't you understand? Dad says, we searched the lake with the police all week, but we didn't find his body. Finn's father said, you have a mental problem like Finn. Whatever it is, don't go to the lake to search. I'm telling you, because I'm very busy. I don't want to get into any trouble. Saying this, they leave for the office. Now Finn was listening to all this secretly, and Mom says, Mom, we should go to the lake to search for my brother's body. I will also come with you, and I will help you find my brother's body. Please agree. Mom first refuses. She says, you have just recovered. If you go back to that lake, your health will deteriorate again. But then she says, Mom, I am absolutely fine. I dream of my brother every night until we find his body and do his funeral. Neither can I be fine, nor is there any situation. That's why I'm telling you, listen to me. And I know about the place where my brother was drowned. I hope his body will be found from there. On this, mom finally agrees, and both of them walk towards the lake. That place was also their home. Reaching there, mom remembered the time she spent here with her family. They both sit in a boat and go to the same part of the lake from where both the brothers jumped. Finn tells that we jumped from here to the lake. Then we swam a little distance. We swam down. Mom says, you stay in a boat. I will tie the rope from my waist and go into the water. And when needed, I will come up and breathe. If I don't come up for a long time, or you feel that the rope is stuck, then without wasting time, you immediately pull the rope, okay? On this, Finn also agrees. And mom swims into the water and goes down. Mom comes up after a while and keeps breathing. Then she swims for a while at the place where Finn said, but mom doesn't get anything here. Mom comes up and says, son, are you sure we are at the right place? Finn replies, yes mom, but you go a little further. There will be a cycle. You have to swim a little further ahead of it. Then mom goes back down. She sees the cycle, which proves that she is at the right place. Mom swims ahead and sees that there is a stone-made board under the water, on which the corpses of 3 people are tied. All the corpses are in a strange condition, which indicated that they had been tied here many years ago. There was a chain tied to the neck of the dead body in the middle. Mom pulls out the chain and tries to come back, but suddenly one of her feet caught her hand, and just like her son, mom's feet also start pulling. Mom pulls the rope of fear, which makes Finn understand that mom is in trouble. She pulls a strong rope with which she doesn't let go of mom's hand, and her life is saved. But along with that, her son's corpse also comes up. Mom is very surprised, but her face was looking strange and drowning because of staying in the water for so long. Mom was drowned in pain, but there was some peace that her son was finally found. Now the police and ambulance are called. The police officer was surprised. He tells Finn's mom that we searched all week and you found your son's corpse in a day. Mom says that I saw one more strange thing which I want to tell you. I saw the corpses tied to the stone block under the lake. There was a chain around a corpse, which she saved to sheriff. Sheriff says that this chain belongs to an old family. Actually, there used to be a village at the place of the lake. Maybe this chain belongs to one of them. And the name of the family written on this chain. An old woman of the same family lives some distance from here. You go to her, maybe that woman will give you some information. By the way, I have also heard that this is a cursed lake, but I don't know what extent it is true. Now, after these things, mom decides to go to that lake more, so she calls her husband. But dad says to mom in anger that, why did you go to the lake? I had refused. But when mom says that our son's corpse has been found, dad also calms down. Finn also says with great joy to her mother that thanks God, mom, everything will be fine now. Then she asks mom, but mom, what will we do with this chain now? Mom says, son, your brother's corpse has just been found, but we also want to know how he died. After which they both go to meet the same old woman. Mom tells her that many people have died in this lake. So can you tell me why is all this happening? The old woman says that everyone is stupid. That's why they drown. They don't know how to swim in deep places. They just jump for adventure and lost their lives. Then Finn says, "It's not like that. My brother was not stupid. He was a very good swimmer and I also went with him. When we are down, I saw that one hand was pulling his leg. That's why he died. Not only that, I saw 3 corpses there, which are tied to a stone block. It seemed that as if they had been deliberately drowned and killed." Now Mom shows the old woman the chain that she had taken out of the corpse's neck. The old woman understands by looking at the chain and says that this chain belonged to my grandfather. That man was the grandfather of the old woman. She says that we used to live in the same village on which this lake is built. I remember, and our whole family was very happy there. But then a big businessman who was very rich came there, who wanted to make a dam, collect water and make this lake. People used to say that if this dam is built, then he will get a lot of money and fame. That's why he forced the villagers to live there. When people could not find any way, they started leaving their village. Our house, our land, the graves of our elders, everything was there. But that man didn't care about anything. He was forcing us to leave. The people who revolted against him, he killed them, and my grandfather was also standing against him. One day he and his 2 companions suddenly disappeared. Today, after listening to your conversation, I found out that they had been tied to the stone block and gradually left the water and made this lake, in which the 3 of them died there. The stone was outside, so the poor thing could not even swim out. And yes, even today we are fighting the case to close that dam. Then she asked in amazement, "What are you saying? About 70 years have passed since this happened. And the businessman you were talking about, he must have died a long time ago. So now who are you fighting against?" The old woman says that even today we are collecting signatures to close this dam, and this case is being tried in court. But no matter how much we try, the family of the rich man is so powerful that he spills water on our case. If the dam doesn't remain, then this lake will not remain either. Because if the lake dried up, then all the wrongdoings of that rich man will come in front of everybody. That he was such a bad and cruel person. Everyone will find out that so many people have been made by removing the stone block. That is why his family doesn't want the lake to dry up and the truth to come in front of everyone. A very big law firm fights against our case. We can't compete with them even if we want to. And now when she tells the name of the law firm, both Finn and her mother are surprised and worried because that law firm belonged to Finn's dad. After which both of them come to the house near their lake, and then Finn's dad also came there. Says, "Where were you both? I searched so much for you. By the way, you both look so confused and worried. What is the matter?" Finn's mother directly said that, "Why is your law firm supporting this dam? Why are you fighting against closing that dam?" Finn's dad said that, "I don't know much, but we don't want that lake to dry up. That lake is very important. Mom says in anger, what is the need for a lake? Dad says, look, understand the point. That lake was made so that there is no flood in the city. And when it rains more than the limit, all the water will flow into the lake and there will be no flood in the city. Also, these people also come there to roam. Everyone finds that the lake is very beautiful. Hearing all this, Mom just says that these are all excuses. You take your case back now. You should try to close this dam against the case you are fighting. Because when the dam is not there, the lake will also end. Do you know how many people are removed the death guard after which that lake was made? You have no idea how many people that rich man has buried under the lake. I have seen 3 people's corpses with my own eyes. Those who are tied up and made a lake by leaving water there, they died, and that was 3. God knows how many people will also die. Finn's dad says, leave it, these are all rumors. People spread such rumors about rich people, and if this lake is no longer there, then the fun will also end. You may not know, all the money we have today is because of this lake. Now, first, Mom doesn't understand anything, but she is surprised when she finds out that he is a businessman, that rich man. The one who made this lake was Finn's dad's grandfather. After hearing this, Mom understood everything, and now she understands why our son died. That is, his death was not an accident, but the revenge of those souls, which was burning in the fire of revenge for so many years. Mom cries and tells her husband that my son has been punished for your grandfather's sins. Because of you, I lost my son. She couldn't take revenge from your grandfather, so she took it from his generation. That is, from his great-grandson. But instead of understanding what Dad and Mom say, they get angry. Mom says that because of the sins of your family, those souls are now imprisoned in this lake, because of which that lake has become cursed. These souls are taking revenge from the tourists and kill them by drowning them. Then suddenly a voice comes from outside and feels that something bad is going to happen. Suddenly the light goes off. Dad goes to call the lake. The line was not even burning. When she looks near the lake, the souls are coming out of the lake, and she was moving towards their house. Mom and Finn are very scared to see all this. Dad also understands everything now, that oh my God, it means that both are telling the truth. And they are also very scared. The souls surrounded the house from all sides. Finn's dad tries to stop him. This is no point in fighting him. Now the souls do not say anything to Finn and his mom, but she picked up her dad and started taking him to the lake. Finn and mom kept screaming, but there is no point. The souls dragged Dad into the lake and drowned him, and his life is lost. That is, another revenge of theirs has been fulfilled today. Finn cries that what will we do now? Mom says that we will have to wash these sins now, because knowingly or unknowingly we are connected to this cruel family. Now we will have to take this case to the court, and we will have to bring justice to the souls of those villagers. Finn says, but mom, no matter how much we try, no matter how many signatures we collect, we will not able to win this case. The government will never close this dam, and this secret will remain a secret. And who will believe us? Then mom says actually the water in the dam is gradually decreasing because the rain is weakening. Very soon this lake will dry up completely and the whole world will know what truth is hidden under this lake. When the truth will be revealed to the world, then everyone will know what a great injustice was done to them. What a great injustice was done to them. Their right to live was snatched from them just to boost the strength of a businessman. Then their dead bodies and their homes, everything of theirs will be the proof of this truth. No one will be able to deny it. They will get justice and this curse will end and their souls will be at peace forever. And now with this story ends here.